young, large, hot star located 370 light years away. It is about 6 times hotter, 8 times wider, 20 times more massive, and about 80,000 times bigger and brighter than our Sun. The theory on this is that this used to be part of a binary system of 2 massive stars that kept each other in some sort of gravitational pull. But one of them, the theory is, exploded, releasing the other one in this direction on screen, left. It's traveling incredibly fast. It's breaking the speed of sound. It's going 24 kilometers per second right now. And because it's going so fast, because of this motion, it's creating a bow shock, like when a boat goes through the water and the water sort of parts. So what you see is this stellar material, this mass of dust and debris and gases. It's being heated up and pushed out of the way.
In the paper that you got when you came in, please respond to the statement by indicating the extent to which you agree or disagree with this statement. Cipher the letter under the heading that best represents your evaluation of the statement. 1. An expert who doesn't come up with a definite answer probably doesn't know too much.
This is a composite image. There are several images taken from different telescopes. It's easier for scientists and for us to visualize the different wavelengths if they are brought down, if infrared and X-ray, the different spectrum are brought down to visual spectrum. This is about 4,500 light years away. It's in the constellation Swan.
Two, I would like to live in a foreign country for a while.
The Small Magnetic Cloud, or SMC. This is a small galaxy about 200,000 light years away. It's orbiting our own Milky Way galaxy. It's another composite image, so it doesn't look like this if we would see it with the naked eye. It only looks like this because it's been constructed. The colors are for analysis, but they're also aesthetic. What am I missing here? Is there more here than what I can see? What am I not seeing? Images such as this one are possible because of NASA's Great Observatories program with space-based telescopes, some of which are still functioning today, but they're going out of service, as some of you may know. I'll just name them because it's important to name them. Compton Gamma Ray Observatory, which measures gamma rays and hard X-rays. Chanda X-ray Observatory, soft X-rays. Hubble Space Telescope, the famous one, the one that broke down. Then they fixed it, and now we're getting some of the most fantastic images that humans have ever seen. It measures visible light, near ultraviolet, and near infrared. Spitzer Space Telescope, infrared. The SMC, this, is so bright that it is visible to the unaided eye from the southern hemisphere. On the prow of Ferdinand Magellan's ship were written the words disobedience, defiance, scorn, and success.
4. People who fit their lives to a schedule probably miss most of the joy of living.
This is galaxy NGC 247. This image was taken by Galaxy Evolution Explorer in 2003 in a single orbit exposure of 1,600 seconds. So we have to remember that we're all in motion. The region that looks a bit like a hole in the upper part of the galaxy is the location of a deficit of gas. And so there's a lower star formation rate here than in the other parts. The top four here are other galaxies. They're 355 million light years away, whereas the closer one here is 9 million light years away.
A good job is one where what it is to be done and how it is to be done are always clear.
Supernova remnant. In nebulous N76 is a bright star-forming region of the small Magellanic Cloud, as we looked at earlier. A supernova remnant, of course, are the remains of an exploded star. The interesting thing to note is that supernova generate and release copious amounts of fresh dust. It could be events such as this that generated the primary source of dust in the very early universe. So then the question is a cyclical universe possible?
6. It is more fun to tackle a complicated problem than to solve a simple one.
This phenomena also has a fairly abstract number to designate it, like the last few that I mentioned, but it's also known as Gomez's hamburger. In order to reduce the complexity and lessen insolubility, astronomers often give nicknames to phenomena such as this that are, in reality, much, much larger than we can comprehend. Arturo Gomez in 1995 named it Gomez's hamburger, I guess because it sort of, although not really, looks like a hamburger. Later investigation identified the object as a protoplanetary nebula. The gas cloud emitted by a sun-like star just after its central hydrogen fuel had all been fused to helium. This mass is on its way to becoming a full-fledged planetary nebula in a few thousand years. Just a few thousand years. The need to confront and interpret unstructured information from multiple perspectives is essential to make meaning out of images such as this one.
7. In the long run, it is possible to get more done by tackling small, simple problems rather than large and complicated ones. IC1396.
It also has a cute nickname. It's Elephant Head Nebula. Located at a distance of 2,450 light years away from our Sun, the globule is a condensation of dense gas that barely survives the strong ionizing radiation from a nearby massive star. Again, this is in a composite image. It looks red, more on the red sort of wine side if we see it just from a telescope. Newborn stars form in the dense gas because of the compression by the wind and radiation from a nearby massive star, which is located off the field of view to the left.
8. Often the most interesting and stimulating people are those who don't mind being different and original.
Cassiopeia A. Blown out remains of a stellar explosion and another supernova. Cassiopeia A is located almost 10,000 light years away and is in our own Milky Way galaxy. The remains are shown here in the infrared composite from NASA's Spitzer Space Telescope. Silicon gas is in blue, and argon gas is in green, and red represents about 10,000 Earth masses worth of dust. Again, the dust issue. This is evidence through M39. It's another entire galaxy far, 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 far back from this phenomenon.
10. People who insist upon a yes or no answer, yes or no, how complicated things really are.
NGC 346. Hubble astronomers have uncovered for the first time a population of infant stars in the Milky Way satellite galaxy, the small Magellanic Cloud, that we've seen a few times already. These are infant stars, and they're still forming. They have not yet ignited their hydrogen fuel to sustain nuclear fusion. The smallest of these infant stars is only half the mass of our Sun. Far stars are our cosmic locators. They set our inertial frames of reference for our home planet, allowing us to triangulate celestial relations.
11. A person who leads an even, regular life in which few surprises or unexpected happenings arise really has a lot to be grateful for.
Orion Nebula. It is around 1,500 light years away from Earth. The nebula cannot quite be seen with the naked eye, but with binoculars or a simple telescope from Earth, you can see it fairly well. What is the narrative? I've seen things you people wouldn't believe. Attack ships on fire off the shoulder of Orion. I've watched seabeams glitter in the dark near the 10 Hauser gates. All those moments will be lost in time like tears in rain.
12. Many of our most important decisions are based on insufficient information.
Doradus, the Tarantula Nebula, another star-forming region. It is one of the largest located close to the Milky Way, also located in the LMC. Hot gas carves out gigantic bubbles, here seen in blue, and the surrounding cooler gas and dust, shown here in infrared emission from the Spitzer Space Telescope. The Tarantula Nebula is expanding. There are several theories to why that could be. More detailed analysis and deeper Chandra observations happening right now may help decide between opposing scientific theories.
13. I like parties where I know most of the people more than ones where all or most of the people are complete strangers.
Horsehead Nebula. This is in Orion, part of the large dark molecular cloud, also known as Bernard 33. This unusual shape was first discovered on photographic plate in the late 1800s. The red glow originates from hydrogen gas predominantly behind the nebula, ionized by a nearby bright star called Sigma Aeronautics. Bright spots in the Horsehead nebula's base are young stars in the process of forming. Light takes around 1,500 years to reach us from the Horsehead nebula.
14. Teachers who hand out vague assignments give one a chance to show initiative and originality.
Saturn's moon Methone, here seen by a Cassini flyby. The relatively smooth surface adds to the effect created by the oblong shape. It's shaped this way, and other small moons like it, because it doesn't have enough gravity to keep itself into a sphere.
The sooner we all acquire similar values and ideals, the better.
MZ3. MZ3 is a complex system composed of 3 nested pairs of bipolar lobes and an equatorial ellipse. Bipolar nebula outflow, they explode, in which a star ejects highly energetic streams of outflow along 2 poles. There is no indication of rotation. In other words, the outflow, the flow, the explosion is dynamically stable. It's caused most likely by the power of a central star. Observable with ground-based telescopes, this Hubble image shows obviously much greater detail. To score your test, simply line up what you circled, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and give it a corresponding value. Well, A equals 1, and down to G equals 7. Thank you.
Thank you.